Welcome back on the AM show. Every one of us wants a covering over our heads, right? We want that dream home. According to Maslow's theory of needs, it's one of our most basic needs. But the cost of it, how to manage it, how to get yourself there, it's not always simple. It can be complex, convoluted. And that is why there's the Hydroform technology as well. There's a way of doing things smart rather than the hard way, financially and otherwise. We're joined this morning by Kofi Agbenyega, and he is Director of Business Development and Quality Control, Point of Light Construction Company, and he is a Hydroform technology expert. Kofi, good morning. Thank you for joining the conversation.
Thank you.
So, Hydroform, let's just start from there. What is Hydroform technology?
Hydroform is a technology that was invented in South Africa.
Right.
It's about close to 35 years old technology. And this one, we use lightrite.
Okay.
Lightrite, yes. So the lightrite, not just lightrite, but a tested lightrite that we, the experts, know the quality of the soil. And so based on that, you use that one to mold the blocks. So we mix it with cement.
Okay.
And then in some cases, when the quality of the soil is not good enough, we have a way of adding pit sand.
Pit sand?
Yeah, or the one that you call white sand, the one we use for mortar works.
Okay.
So we add it to it. So we have a hydraulically invented machine from South Africa called the Hydroform machine. So that is the machine that molds the blocks. Then after that, we use it to interlock, just to build. It's very fast, very safe.
Interlocking, it weaves into
interlock.
One another. I remember a long time ago, I don't remember when, but there was this magazine. I went somewhere and I picked it up, and there was that technology, like the equipment, and coming from South Africa. Yes. So this actually brings back memories. But someone watching, many people watching will be asking themselves, for example, we have our Habitat Fair where it's all about construction, building, and all of that. And some people may be thinking, okay, so we love our brick and mortar.
Yes.
We love our blocks and how they are and everything. How efficient, how effective is this? Why should anyone opt for Hydroform technology?
It's cheaper. Compared
it's cheaper?
Yes, it's cheaper. Compared to the conventional concrete blocks that we use here. Now, you stand the chance of making a difference of about between 30 to 40% savings. If we should do a BOQ, a bill of quantity on a 2-bedroom house with the concrete blocks, and then you do the same BOQ with the Hydroform blocks for the same 2-bedroom house, you realize that the financial gap becomes about 30% or 40% different.
30%?
Yes, depending on which area you are building and then where the site is.
Well, what would you say is the average savings that someone can make, averagely?
Yeah, that's what I said. It depends on the design of the structure.
Okay.
In our case, when it's not a story building, we have a way of doing interlocking pillars. So we use our technology to do pillars to save cost of buying excess iron rods. So you save costs in that direction. And then also when we are building, we do interlocking. We don't use mortar to hold the blocks.
Okay.
The blocks have corners and lines and markings that hold each other, every aspect of it. So they interlock and hold each other tight. So we save costs on that. And then we don't plaster. As you can see, the aesthetic looks is just there. So you choose to either plaster the inside or you leave it. We give it to you aesthetically that we dress it nicely for you. And this is fireproof. It's earthquake resistant.
Fireproof?
Yes.
Earthquake resistant?
Earthquake resistant. And then it's bulletproof as well.
Bulletproof?
Yes.
I see.
This technology will give you nothing less than 100 years of life expectancy of the structure because of the material that we use to build.
So in other words, you know what came to mind? Affordable housing. In other words, this is really where affordable housing should be headed, right?
Yes. To me, I always say that if I were to be in government, I would have always opted that we use this for the social projects, like school buildings. For instance, the one that we supported you to build in Jamra.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to build with school, churches, maybe public toilet facilities. This social project, they don't need a lot of fittings. So it becomes even more cheaper to build with them. But accommodation and others, because your type of glazing that you want will be different from somebody's type of glazing ways that the person will, the type of tile that you would want to use in your house will be different from another person. So these are the differences that will bring the cost margins up a bit. But apart from that, the structure itself is cheaper to build with.
So you've mentioned churches and all of that, but are there any specific structures that are more suitable, more suited to
any structure,
the hydroform system?
Any structure at all. Anything that the conventional block can do, hydroform technology can do the same exactly and even more better.
I see. So tell us about Point of Light and your work as far as this is concerned.
Yeah, so Point of Light is in to provide affordable housing for Ghanaians using the technology. We always say that one of the things that will be difficult for every human being is the day coming to an end and you don't know where to put your head. Or when you are sleeping in a house where the rent is getting due and the money to even pay for the rent is becoming a problem. So we have policies in place to help people who are willing to do installment payment, people that are ready to build outright, groups, and then organizations that want to build affordable housing at certain areas, district assemblies that need projects like a toilet facility. We can do BOT, build, operate, and transfer. So you contact us, we'll invite you to our office in Adenta, closer to Focus Hospital.
Okay.
You come, we'll sit down with you, we'll look at the structure. If it's only commercially viable, we'll do a BOT with you. We can do affordable housing for the district assembly, for the government workers in the district assembly. And then we also want to do public toilet, we want to do modern public toilets, we want to do lorry parks, mini markets for these assemblies so that they can own it later. Because
yes, so are there any of these, before I ask for how people can reach you, are there any of these projects you've already executed?
Yeah. We have some that we are currently working on with some of the district assemblies.
I see. I see. Interesting. So how can people reach you? Those watching probably very interested. How can they get in touch with you? Whether phone number or website or whatever?
Yeah, so I have a contact number that they can reach us on. So they can reach us on 0244 49 19 19.
Please slow down so we can get the number.
0244 49 19 19.
One last time. 0244 49 19 19. Okay.
And then another number, which is 0244 17 92 48. 0244 17 92 48.
All right. Is there a website? Are you on social media?
Yes, it's www.pointoflightconstruction.com.
www.pointoflightconstruction.com. Yes. All right. Any final words for us, Mr. Agbenyega?
What I would want to tell Ghanaians is that, look, it's good to have something more affordable to keep you going. It's not everything that we do that has to become a burden. There's better ways of going around some of these things. So we are in to give them the best of service with regards to affordable housing and any other service with regards to construction. We're available.
You know, it reminds me, here we don't have the proper systems when it comes to housing and where you would find in other jurisdictions when you're starting life, university graduate, or even a graduate from high school, how to go about stuff. But your first house usually isn't that luxurious building that you start small, and then you get a roof over your head. And as time goes on, you accumulate money, the money you would have been using to pay rent and others, and then you build upon that. So that's how life goes. If you're minded to do so, you can reach out to them. That is Point of Light Construction. And the one in the studio who joined me for this conversation, Kofi Agbenyega, he's Director of Business Development and Quality Control, Point of Light Construction Company, and he is a Hydroform Technology expert. Thank you so much, Kofi, for joining.
Thank you, sir.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. We also hope to have some time to interact with you, no matter how short it is. So just stay with us and we shall be right back.